Hello and welcome, everybody out there in YouTube, Twitch, and D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Before we jump into the action, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All of those things help us out tremendously. If you're interested in supporting our community a little bit further, consider becoming a member here in our YouTube channel. Membership starts at just $2 a month, and you gain access to some really cool emotes. Or on the Twitch side, you can use your Twitch or Amazon Prime subscription. Same exact thing. You get really cool emotes and my gratitude. But if you're interested in joining any of our campaigns, we do have open slots available. The Saturday early campaign is going off stream because we're going down to 3 players in it, but it is still operational and it is fantastic. It is Dragonlance, Post-War of the Lance, which is a fun as hell world to be inside of with the moons and the lore. It's really a good, very good fantasy setting, as well as many of our other games we have open slots in. So if you are interested in any of them, be sure to reach out to me and let me know. The narrator watched as the gods turned their heads and the mortals forged their path anyway. After bidding the Raven Queen her final silence, the party descended deeper toward threads uncut and mirrors unkind. The thread of fate, taut and humming, waited like an unspoken word. The black mirror of Leth brooded in the dark, reflecting not faces, but truths too heavy for memory to hold. They passed through rivers of fire, where souls were cast like bait, soul-fishing agents working their grim trade. And what did the heroes do? They broke the rules, of course. Bread, warm and mortal, passed into the hands of the damned, and the damned remembered hunger. A stampede of longing and desperation echoed through the valley. The narrator was perplexed, but not surprised. Mortals always give freely what the divine hoard. And when the weight of the shadow fell, pressed thrice as hard, thrice as fast, Clover called for rest, and Vindir in his infinite audacity conjured not a cathedral of glory, but a American suburban temple of the gods, whatever the hell that is. With sliding shingles and all, the narrator grew mildly annoyed with it, but that is not here nor there. But when gods must laugh and the party's rest birth no peace, only philosophies whispered over toast and divine coffee, entropy debated, reform proposed, mortality questioned. It was quaint. The narrator jotted mental notes for future sermons. On the morrow they reached the broken bones of Fendrick's domain. What was once a realm of quiet death had become a wound in the world. Stairs rose like jagged ribs toward a castle no longer bound by time, and from the ruins came creatures made of sorrow and silhouette. The shadow elemental struck from silence, each wound a theft of essence, strength, dexterity, the core of self. What they did not steal, they unraveled. The battle was bitter, brutal, and left the party standing, but shaken. A string pulled taut near snapping. But still, they endured. And the narrator, watching, writing, waiting, knows this. They climb not toward answers. They climb toward the place where answers broke. As you all hear the narrator narrating on your descent downwards through that hole. Falling long enough that he got all of those words squeezed in there and out. Eventually, you all see light glowing down below in a startling nature. You land hard, your knees grind into fractured stone, and beneath you, and a breath you didn't know you were holding slips into silence. The dust here is thicker than air, ancient and unyielding, untouched by time, or perhaps protected from it. The chamber stretches upward. No spirals upward, a ruined path of once majestic stone, now split, scorched, and broken. Steps rise like the teeth of a buried god, and above them sits the throne of a war that no one remembers, but everyone feels. The light that pours from the far end isn't flame, and it isn't magic, it's something older. A throbbing tear in reality, glowing with color that shifts between memory and starlight. Frozen mid-charge, eldritch monstrosities twist in unnatural contortions, suspended in a final act of aggression they'll never complete. There is no ice, no spell. They simply do not move, held in stasis by a truth they weren't meant to witness. Their bodies are not rotting. They are preserved by reverence or fear, or perhaps by the absence of time itself here. Among the dead still standing are falling Aasimar, silent sentinels, armor tarnished but broken. Each one wears a pendant, a single feather wrought in silver, its root gleaming but darkening to a black at the tip. Life to death, hope to ending. Fendrick's symbol. Some are impaled by broken pikes. Others kneel, heads bowed, as if even in death they could not abandon the moment. And yet you sense something missing. No blood, no bones, no echoes. Only the shape of consequence burned into the stone. And then it hits you. This battlefield predates the lull of time. Whatever happened here, this clash, this defiance, it happened in a place unwritten by chronology, before the divine score was composed, before memory had numbers. The silence is complete, but your souls are screaming. This is not just where Fendrick ruled. This is a place far more important than that. This is where we begin, everybody.
Okay. This place is old as heck.
Probably so. Why does he send us here?
Well, if we're to find an artifact that's not supposed to be found, there's no better place than somewhere that's before everything happened.
True, but he wasn't the one that wanted us to come here. Unless he just predicted that it might happen at some point.
Maybe.
He said riddles for someone to come here eventually. The question is just why.
So
Let's head
this
on.
is glowing.
Oh, yes, it is.
Okay.
And whatever it is older than magic itself. It is not arcanum in any way.
Huh. And I can't really do a history check. It's before history itself.
What?
I can't really do a history check. It's before history itself.
Yeah, history would not apply. None of you know what these things are.
Huh.
This statues, do they look animated at all, or is it like solid stone, or what?
These statues?
Yeah, the glowing ones.
Insight check. So you look at them and you notice the swaying of energy that seems to be pulsating from that standing contraption seems to draw those things' faces forward. You believe that they were at once welcome back, guardians alongside Fendrick, but given the fact that there are eldritch abominations further past them, you think they are infused with eldritch energy.
So from the beyond, then.
Yes.
Those things might be a problem. Just keep an eye on them. Do you think there's any way to deactivate all of this? Looking to the magic ones.
I
I
can
was
check
like
it.
looking around. Oh, go ahead.
Hmm? I guess I can do a Arcana check, but I don't know if I can do anything.
You can roll me an Arcana check, yes.
26.
Okay. Whatever that energy is, you don't know how to interact with it unless you use your very limited epic magic. Perhaps that level of a dispel magic could quell this.
Oh, okay. Uh.
However,
Mm-hmm.
if you were to do that, because 26 is just barely a success, you don't have all the information,
Mm-hmm.
it's 50-50. Either those things would not be kept in their stasis form, or they would not become animated. It's one or the other.
Okay. And it's not just glowing. There's something else going on in there, in that glowing thing.
This right here?
Yeah.
This is beyond magic. This is just the emanation of the energy pulsating outwards. You absolutely do not want to touch that.
Oh yeah. No, I'm not touching that.
Yeah.
That would be very, very bad. But right now we need a little more information before I do anything.
What were you saying, Clover?
Any idea who the eldritch beings are? Clover's gonna say, looking over at those. Seems that Fendrick wasn't as empathetic or pure as intentions as the Raven Queen, looking around hoping she's watching, or that ghost led us to believe.
We also have like this thing all the way back that's like glowing like crazy.
Why would he ally or work with something like this? She's saying, just looking over at the eldritch beings. Does anyone speak any stranger languages?
Just celestial.
There's
They speak
always
dead.
tongue.
I
But
don't
yeah,
think I'm going to be able to talk to this or interact with it if I try to do something.
What do they look like made of?
Flesh or goo or something.
Something? What about their weapons?
What weapons?
Aren't they like...
Ignore the map. I'm telling you what weapons.
Oh, the...
I am telling you that there is no weapons on them. Ignore what the map is. The map
Oh,
is
okay,
just
okay.
accented. I didn't create this. It is just what I'm building
Oh,
with.
okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just gonna keep walking unless one of you just tell me to go.
Obviously, defense. I don't know. I'm trying to understand why nobody's mentioned Fendrick working with eldritch beings once.
So
And
does
now there's a
somebody
bunch
want to
of-
fill her in? Natalie doesn't know what you guys know, guys.
Which part do we not know? Or which part does she not know that we know?
She's literally asking, unless you guys forget the whole thing around what the Raven Queen told you Fendrick's entire situation was.
Well, I understand they went down to the abyss, but the eldritch beings aren't from the abyss.
Yeah.
That was my thought as well.
Okay.
At least that, unless
Beyond is beyond all that, but it's abyss. It's like demons. So
yeah.
So if you remember, Fendrick and everything else predates the Abyss existence. It was when he sacrificed himself the Abyss came to be. When he went to his slumbered state.
Okay, yeah, I remember that part.
Okay. And I have it in my notes that I told you guys this. So, Fendrick was originally tricked by Exium to serve him. Tricked by Exium's agents to serve them. And he tried to gain he tried to repent for it, and hence is why he was the one willing to lose his self and identity in order to save all of mortal kind and the rest of the Pantheon.
Okay, so Exium and demons are intertwined.
These things are astral. They're not demons. They're eldritch.
demons didn't exist at that point, essentially.
Yeah.
But
these are eldritch things. Whatever battle took place here was between the divine and the eldritch.
the things of the beyond are linked with Exium. His agents might have been things of the beyond.
I misspoke when I said demon. I meant eldritch. So, but are we saying that Exium and this are intertwined then?
You can infer what you would like. You guys don't have all the information.
Yeah, I never made that jump.
That's where the reason I'm making a jump is I'm just trying to make sure I'm understanding what Joey's trying to make sure that.
Okay, so
why it's getting.
Clover had asked, what connection does he have with things from the beyond? Because Clover does not know, and why it does not metagame.
It was said that He was betrayed by Exum at one point. Perhaps these might be part of that betrayal. It's the only thing I can think of. Or things are just leaking into this place. It's beyond. If it's beyond time, this is things of the beyond.
Clover's gonna close her eyes for a second and then open them, and they're gonna be blue. I'm gonna subtle spell detect magic.
Okay. You sense no magic whatsoever coming from this area. However, you can roll me a perception check if you would like.
Wait, is it possible that these guys are just squatters?
They're sentries built into the foundation of the location.
That's a crit. Double
Ooh,
crit
that's
because
okay.
it's a 20 and a 22. Natalie sees everything.
So, what is here does not constitute magic. Magic is something that interacts with the weave directly, right? You understand all of that mumbo jumbo bullshit, right, Wyatt?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Natalie understands it too. She went to a school to be a wizard for
Some
10
stupid
years.
reason. So yes, she is aware that magic is something that interacts with the weave. What is here is something that does not interact with the weave whatsoever. What is here is raw. It is potent. It is powerful. It is something that is not able to be manipulated by mages, at least not the mortal variety or anybody that you've ever interacted with to date. I mean, that dragon lady claims that she's really strong and powerful, but you've yet to really see it other than her being a dragon like 4 times a day. However, you do take note that the statues themselves, the ones that have the wandering eyes looking about, there is an interaction with the weave of those two. Not that they are magical in origin, but like they can manipulate magic. So whatever those things are, they may be some type of magic wielding, perhaps spellcasting creatures.
Okay. They're still sentient and they're still awake. Now, if I was stuck down here, I was awake, I wouldn't sit in a corner all day. I think this thing is binding them. I think
Okay.
this was his last joke where his jailers became the ones that were jailed. And if you go and break that, it will free them. But if you maybe pray, or I don't know enough about this person, walk in his steps essentially, we should be fine. Clover's going to take a step forward towards this statue. Is there a weapon in front of it, like the axe, or is there no weapon?
There is no weapon there. Yeah, that just, like I said, came with the map.
Okay, yeah, no, I was just asking because, like, I'm trying to think of like what would be the symbolic thing for him. Can I look for something that looks more symbolic towards Fendrick?
Oh yeah, there are Asimars going up this location like I had described, all frozen in place, much like the numerous different eldritch horrifying creatures. And they have their holy symbols on them. As far as this statue goes, you can go ahead and roll me a You're looking for a holy symbol or some relation to the god. Religion check.
Casimir's gonna look for any
31.
traps.
That's another nat 20.
Jeez.
I don't
All
know
right.
what that is
Bro,
doing right
slow the
now.
fuck down. Your rolls tonight have been 19, 20, 20. Like, what were you saying, Casimir?
Casimir's just gonna look for traps,
Awesome.
just in case.
Thieves tools check. Utilizing wisdom. If you have perception, you can use that instead. If you have both, you roll thieves tools with advantage.
How about investigation?
No, that's not a thing anymore.
That sucks.
Yep. Investigation is used specifically for finding information. Oh,
I
also
am finding
realizing how
information
things
on
work.
traps.
No, you are looking for traps, and
Then
looking
perception.
is perception. Yep.
I'll do perception. That's fine.
Well, it's thieves' tools if you have that perception secondary.
I don't have thieves tools.
Okay, that's fine. You can roll perception. Yeah.
Thank you.
But the tool would give you advantage if you had both, which is really cool about this new system for people that aren't epic level and roll a minimum of 30, you know?
You were saying about the minimum of 30. That's a 19.
Listen, how many more of those Hemocraft dice do you have?
A lot. I've barely used any. I've got 24. I get them back in the short rest.
Oh, yeah.
But I've barely used any.
So, in 18. Yeah, Casimir, doesn't look like there's any traps. Clover, however, with your religion check, going over to that thing, you find a symbol, an ancient symbol of the Raven Queen, presumably like one of the first ones, as well as a plaque. May the energies that brought these creatures here form them, shape them, and keep them snared. For if they would be provoked or drawn out by any eldritch energies, they would flood through this realm and flood into the rest. Safeguard and protect this domain. Do not allow them to escape.
Clover's gonna repeat those words as she says it, and then stand tall and walk forward.
Mm-hmm.
Past the statues.
You begin walking with relative ease, unabated. Everyone else, what are you doing?
You should. I think Clover's can't say anything else. I think if she fucking deviates, now it goes wrong. So she's not going to say anything. Keep moving forward, I guess.
I'm gonna do exactly what Clover's doing.
Yeah, just keep walking, guys.
I'm just going to go next to this statue. Not touching it, not doing anything magic, just going to close my eyes, just try to feel the
Everyone
energy.
stop. Go back, Casimir, 1. Elowen, you're trying to just feel the energy? Okay,
Yeah.
roll me an insight.
Okay. 26.
That energy, you've felt it a couple of times when you were in the ley lines. You noticed the incursion long time ago of creatures from the beyond actually finding their way into the universe. The ley lines is the boundary at the edge of the universe, protecting it from what lies beyond. And you also remember feeling this sensation another time. The time that Casimir had revealed his stomach issue and began consuming things into it.
Mhm.
And after hearing Clover's warning, and you see Casimir stepping forward, before you can warn him not to, the statues all begin changing their heads' positions, glaring over at you, Casimir, and everyone please roll me initiative. Since Casimir is made of similar energy as them.
Oh,
Wah, wah.
He's corrupted by the abyss. Or
Oh, I
sorry,
am
not
too.
corrupted by
Oh.
the abyss. It's the beyond stomach
I've
in
got
you.
beyond stuff, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've become melted with beyond because I absorbed it and mutated through it.
Oh yeah, let me open up that sheet, huh? Come on. Do the thing. Do the thing. Do the thing. That's about normal. Oh wait, I set that to 2 GM. That wasn't. Nope. Descending order. Clover, what's your dexterity score? Big number.
It's 12.
All right, we gotta set it up to display that whenever you roll initiative, because you are going slightly before them, only because of player priority over NPCs. All right, Elowin, you begin to hear the cracking of the statues happening over and over, and unfortunately, you're looking directly at these very strange worm-like entities that take shape and mold into like a mockery of a humanoid visage.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Disintegrate on this one. So dex save, please.
Dexterity saving throw?
Yes.
And this is force damage, correct?
Yes.
All right, let me see. Return of the worm. Legendary. Yep. Oh. 21.
Well, the evade.
They evade it?
Yep.
Awesome.
No damage. We can go here. That's my turn.
Clover. Yep, that shit became animated. One of these people is apparently affected by that shit.
Just gonna roll her eyes. So much for doing this correctly. 5, 10. How far away is? Yeah. Shit, really? Okay. Clover's going to subtle spell, distant spell.
And you see, like, you're looking at the backs of these pillars. You don't see them from your current angle.
I don't hear these things like breaking apart.
You hear them. I'm just letting you know you can't see them.
Oh no, I'm doing healing spells.
Okay.
No, Clover's gonna use, I believe it's called Beacon of Hope, and just like I said, subtle and distant, so it catches everyone. So I'll just throw it in chat real quick. Choose any number of creatures. Each has an advantage on wisdom saving throws and death saving throws, and they regain maximum number of hit points possible from any healing. And that's my... I'm going to step back now after doing that. 5, 10, 15. It's back where I was. And that's my turn.
Alrighty. Now, the star spawn larvae are going to go. This one here lets out this rippling, weird, vibrating energy sound that Vendir and Elowin... Oh, wait, no, Elowin, you don't have 25, do you?
5 what?
Perception.
Don't think so, no.
Okay. Vendir, you are the only one who hears as it shatters outwards into the distance, and you can see something moving towards you all now. This one here is going to turn, and for some weird fucking reason, let's go 5, maybe? Does that change it? It doesn't change it at all. Okay, this sheet's not updating. It's supposed to be a +10 to hit with this. Casimir, this is going to be 5 Eldritch Blasts at you.
Gotcha.
That did a +12, so it is displaying, just not properly. So 1. There we go. Dong. And it didn't add their charisma modifier. Fucking stupid. Or sorry, int modifier. There we go. That's an additional 4 points of damage. So 10 points of force damage, Kaz.
Gotcha.
And you are shoved 10 feet away.
Rude.
As it continues stepping out, throwing more of these blasts at you.
Hits.
That's number 2. Please move yourself 10 more feet back. $16.
Misses.
All right, this is 4. 25.
Hits.
Please move yourself 10 more feet back.
Hits.
Please move yourself 10 more feet back, and your movement speed is reduced by 15. As you notice these worms connecting onto your body with each of these strikes that are slamming into you from this creature. This one here did its call. And then... yeah, it only does one of these because you're in melee range with it. 17 to hit, Casimir.
Misses.
Alrighty. He hit you with the swing the arm. Alright, Vindir, you're next.
Yeah. All right. 5, 10. I'm not really sure what's going
Make sure
on.
you don't cut diagonal through these things. You have to actually go through the open spaces.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, good.
I'm not sure what's going on with these things, so I'm just gonna beat it.
This one made some type of high-pitched call, and something off in the distance is now moving in. You're the
Yeah.
only one who noticed. That'll hit.
Okay. Is it undead?
It is not.
All right.
So
That's my
27
turn.
or...
Yeah, 27.
It has the extra 2d6. What's that from?
Some of it's from being a cleric, and then some of it's from other add-ons. Let's look.
Divine Strike is the 2, and Tome of Aegis. Okay.
Yes,
That
there
does
you
it. Cool. Nice. Alrighty.
Yeah, if they were undead, I had to roll more dice.
Yep.
Not take away.
At the end of your turn, Vindir, they're going to start using their first legendary actions. Yeah, fuck it. This one here is going to do its Eldritch Blasts. I have to declare beforehand where I'm going to put them. So 2 on Vindir, 3 on Casimir. 19 Vindir misses. 25 Vindir?
Hits.
All right. That'll be 11 force, and you are pushed 10 feet further away. Casimir, 3 of them going at you.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. That was supposed to be at disadvantage, Vindir, because you were in melee with it. So 19 on the first hit.
Okay.
$20 on the second hit.
Oh, that's my AC actually. Yeah, so that's fine.
Okay.
That hits.
All right, now Casimir, because it's in melee with you, it still has disadvantage on the attack.
Gotcha.
19,
Misses.
second attack. 21.
Is my AC.
Awesome. Push 10 feet further back. And then the last one. No longer disadvantage, but first die is a 15. Casimir, you fall 100 feet downwards.
Is there anything I can do to stop that?
If you have feather fall.
Not active.
Oh, I do actually. So can I make my reaction and give Featherfall to Casimir?
Is he within range?
What is it? Is it 30 or 60?
Great question.
Feather. What level is Featherfall?
1.
60 feet.
60. So as
Yep.
Casimir's getting knocked off his ass off the podium, Vindir, you throw out your reaction and hit him with the feather fall, which means instead of falling 100 feet, Kaz, at the end of this turn, you would have fallen 60 feet. So Casimir, as you are falling downwards, you do take note of whatever it was that Vindir had seen that is moving its way upwards towards you. There's a fucking astral dreadnought on its way.
How far is it from me?
About 100 feet. You're going to land on the dreadnought. I'm not that much of a dick.
Oh. I appreciate that. You see 100 feet, it's like, oh, well, that's death.
Yeah, I'm not that much of a dick.
Okay.
You just would have been fighting it before everyone else was fighting it.
Do I ride the dreadnought or do I come fuck up one of these mages?
Which sounds more Casimir to you?
I'm gonna come fuck up one of those mages.
So with a -10 to your movement speed from one of the Eldritch Lances.
Yeah, that's 45. I'm gonna burn an adrenaline surge to double my movement speed. And get some temporary hit points. So I am going to blink up the 60 feet and then blink over the 20 to try and get behind this lava mage.
You can get, like, behind it right there. Or right there. Either way you want to be.
I can't move any higher
Oh, yeah, there's
because
a...
of walls.
Yeah. Right there I can put you. You can't be
Thank you.
in there. There's not really any standing ground.
Okay, well, I'll take that at least. And schmack. Bonus action, activating profanities. Grave armor.
Didn't you just adrenaline surge?
That is free. I can only do that once.
Yeah.
Once a short rest, but it's free and it costs me 6 dice to do it. So, schmack. Yeah, activating profanities. Just the advantage to hit one grave armor. Oh wait, are these things immune to fire?
Great
No.
question.
They are not
Yes.
immune to fire.
Okay, then an extra 2d6 because I still don't have fire on these attacks.
Yeah, turn that shit back on. However, it is immune to radiant. No, I'm joking with you.
Oh, gosh.
It is, however, resistant to slashing and quite a few other things, and immune to a few things as well. So that is 9 radiant and fire and 12 on the slashing scale.
Gotcha. Con save DC 22.
Not disadvantage.
It's straight because this is non-magical, unless it has something for that.
No.
which is-
I was supposed to toggle it to no advantages. It's
It's prone.
Condition, immunity, charm, frightened, paralyzed. Yeah, you knock the pile of worms prone.
Perfect. And smack.
Go for it.
Smack.
That's a crit. We love 22.
We love 22. That'll be... Well, roll all of your critty bullshit. 12 and 4. Tell me which of that is slashing.
Okay, so the 4 and so 7 more is slashing. The
So
2d6
-4
was the
from -4 from that. That'll be 14. Cool.
Yeah, the 2d6 was the fire, and then the 5d6 was all of it.
And because
that
that's a
for
crit,
ease.
you need to do the 2d6 again from the fire.
No, that was included in the 5d6.
Oh, never mind then.
That's all of the crit.
Nice.
And back. That's me.
All right, another 12 and 4. Nice. At the end of your turn, this one's going to use its legendary action, Casimir. Eldritch Blast. Vindir's the one who saved his ass. So Vindir, you're catching 3 of these. Kaz, you're catching 2. Let's start with Vindir first. No advantages. Miss. Miss. 25 to hit.
That one hits.
All right, that'll push you 10 feet closer to the edge. Because I'm 6 feet from the edge. Then Casimir, 2 of them going after you.
Has advantage.
Oh, thank you for that. That's a crit!
That's 2 in a row.
It's a lot. We're doing a lot of 22s.
All right, that'll be 5. It drags you 10 feet closer. All right, so that was the first attack because it had advantage. Let me toggle advantage on. And then the second attack. 27 to hit.
Hit.
You go flying into Vindir. I need Vindir to give me a dex save.
These things are fucking bullshit.
God
Welcome
damn
to-
it.
Vindir, you are knocked prone as a cannonball called Casimir comes flying into you. Casimir, you also need to give me a dex save to find out if you're prone on top of him or not. Okay, you are not prone on top of him.
Does Feather Falls maybe make it so that way I have like a advantage on that deck save?
The moment he touches the ground, Featherfall ends.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Featherfall allowed him to stay in the fight without being on the Dreadnought by himself. Speaking of Dreadnoughts, Casimir, as you slammed into Vindir, knocking him immediately onto the ground, you can hear the astral calling of this horrific entity moving closer towards you all. You fought one of these things before. In fact, you went fishing for it. However, and this is going to be a really shitty thing for you, Vindir, you're in its cone.
Nice. What do I need to roll?
Nothing. Magic is inert in its cone.
Oh, even worse.
It also means you can't get Eldritch Blasted.
Correct. So it is looking, in order to not hit those. Clover, you do have protection from the wall because it is an emanation.
I was gonna say I'm behind a wall, aren't I? Like you said, I couldn't see these guys.
I just told you. You're fine. No,
Yeah.
However, that is not the only thing it is doing. That was just it looking a bit angry. Hey, Casimir. There's a giant mouth coming over towards you. It has advantage, right?
It does.
All right, so 27 for 41 piercing damage.
What's the lighting light in here?
You're still technically in the Shadowfell, but down here, this is global illumination on, right? I turned that on. Yeah, down here there is no light or darkness. There is no time.
So dim light?
Sure. Actually, no. You have the weird magic bullshit happening. You're in brighter light.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I have no resistance. Oh, that's fine.
All right, so 41 piercing damage as it bites the shit out of you. And good news, Casimir, its second attack is not going after you. Vindir, who is prone. 21 or 34. That'll be 22 slashing damage, Vindir. We love 22. Yeah, who's keeping track of the 22s this session? And then its third claw is going after you, Casimir. 28 to hit for 19. Why?
Hits.
You got the 22 count?
Yeah, I'm going back and counting it now, but I think we have like
6.
right now I'm at 5.
Yeah, okay.
That's been a good few.
It's been a good session.
Yeah.
All right. Elowen.
6.
I'm
Yes.
going
First
to-
off, let's see what you
Yes.
know about Astral Dreadnoughts. You may roll me an Arcana check.
Yes. Arcana.
The larva mages you don't know shit about. Unfortunately, they are way too beyond.
I rolled a 2. I'm going to use my human heroic thing to
Yeah.
reroll.
Okay, good, because this would have been like the third Arcana check you failed with a plus 17.
Yes. So 32.
Holy shit.
I know.
Okay. You know about these legendary creatures. There's a few of them inside the universe, but they usually travel and they're not really controllable. If you get swallowed by them, good news, you go to their donjon. Bad news, you're stuck in the donjon unless someone kills it. They're incredibly fortified. They are insatiably hungry. And they're disturbingly powerful with a lot of psychic abilities, and anything they are directly looking at is nullified of all of its magic.
Mhm.
So you do not want to get looked at by it.
Yeah. Does epic magic get nullified by that as well?
Epic magic does not get nullified by nullifying effects unless I specifically state that it would do that even to your epic magics.
Okay. So I'm going to change into dragon. I'm just going to put the one back
Yeah,
in
yeah,
there
yeah.
right now.
Thank you. Yeah.
And I'm just going to am I whoop, give me a sec. I'm here. Am I considered a wall if I go between Casimir and everything else?
Unfortunately, with your more malleable form, not really.
Okay.
I mean, you
That's
can
fine.
you can do an action to give them full cover if you would like.
Yeah, but my action was to change, so I'm just going to
Be a fuck-mothering
Go-
dragon.
and go here to try and grab his attention.
Mm-hmm. Clover. Now you may roll me an Arcana check to see what you know about Astral Dreadnoughts.
Okay. Nat 1.
You don't know what the fuck's going on over there. But that old man
Yeah.
looks really old now.
Do I see this one right here if I go to the corner?
Yes. You would be able to see this one since you're stepping out. Here, you can just draw
Clover's
lines,
gonna-
like, from it. Oh, God. I'll replace the thing, but yeah. Like, from here, you would be able to see it. It'll have half cover, but you'll be able to see it.
Okay.
And right here, it would have 3/4
Clover
cover.
sees it. Clover, I'm guessing, doesn't feel like her magic's gone because that thing doesn't see her
Emanation.
directly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's gonna subtle spell. Because does Casimir look fucked up or does he look fine? Because his health bar looks pretty
Absolutely fine.
okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, then she's gonna
Can't
use
fucking make it
Psychic
stick.
Lance.
Oh, what's the make it stick button? No, that's not it.
Yeah, she's gonna
It's
use
the toggle
Psychic
for linger.
Lance. And I'm gonna add sorry, there's a feature I wanted to add to it. Where is it? Not seeking. It's heightened. I want to add heightened spell to it for 2 more. So I'm gonna activate, yeah, I'm gonna use heightened spell. So this is gonna cost 3 total. And she's going to heighten spell Psychic Lance at 6th level at that one. Let me throw it in there.
It's an intelligence saving throw.
Yeah, it didn't do it at 6th level though. I guess it's because I clicked the spell. It's intelligence save. I'll roll
Right.
the extra dice.
No advantage on it.
It has disadvantage because she heightened spelled it. So
Well,
14.
It rolled a 14.
So it's stunned.
Well, first off, it is stunned. However, it takes no psychic damage. The spell still
That's
stuns
fine.
because that's the way the spell is, but it does not. There we go. I got it to stick. It does not take any psychic damage because it is immune to psychic.
That's fine. Clover's just gonna stay back next to the wall, hoping nothing will attack her. Actually, after doing that, she's gonna step back here and here. So, like, this thing has to go through some shit to get to her. Okay, and that's her turn.
Speaking of going through some shit, these things here begin flying upwards and past you, Casimir. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Gets outside of the Astral Dreadnought's range. Looking over at you, Clover, you hear this amalgamation of noise and hissing and chittering and clacking sounds, and it all encapsulates and then turns into the child. And it's going to start Eldritch Blasting you. 13 to hit.
Miss, I think. Actually, no, I don't think she wears armor. So no, none of that hits. I'm gonna counter spell.
Okay, you countered spelled their cantrip.
Yeah. Might as well, right? Like,
Yeah,
stop
no.
one of them.
Yeah, that's why you have counterspell. But it flew 5 feet up. God, can somebody else draw the cone for me, please? Because I need to use my ruler to.
How do
DM.
you keep it staying?
You draw it and then you hold shift and then you relinquish your left click.
Okay, I'll draw it.
All right, so that was 5, so 25. Oh yeah, it has one more step. Hi, Clover. You're in melee with it. It was not hitting
got
this one
cover.
down here specifically. Yeah, you see how tall this fucker is?
I got cover still.
Thank you. This one over here, however, is going to look over at you, Elowin.
Mm-hmm.
Fly like an eagle. 10,
Oh,
20.
I'm sorry. How much damage did the Eldritch Blast do?
None, because you countered spelled.
Oh yeah. But, yep.
This motherfucker. You
I
see
thought
what he's
that was
doing to
one
me,
of them
right?
out of
He's
five.
like, oh, how much damage did that spell that got countered do?
Well, I thought it just only had one of the beams. That's why.
No. The cantrip counterspell, when you cast it, gives you 5 attacks. It's like Burning Hands. But
Gotcha.
it's only one spell. Fly like an eagle.
She
All right.
Also subtle spelled it, so I don't know if it knows she stopped it.
Maybe. Dominate monster
Oh,
on
What's-
you, Elowin.
yes, of course. It's
It's
what's the
done.
say it again?
Wisdom saving throw, DC 19.
22.
Joey,
know
that
22.
one's stunned.
Never mind, it didn't cast that spell. It's gonna stay right the fuck here.
It
Thank
didn't
you.
do anything. It just stood there. Yeah.
It's just, I don't know how you stun an amalgamation of worms. Yeah, you.
Yeah.
All right, Vindir. Oh, god damn it, you can't fucking move. You're underneath Casimir prone. There's a goddamn astral dreadnought looking directly at you. What would you like to do?
I can't use magic. I have a -3 in strength right now, so I can't even move Casimir. So there's literally nothing I can do. So
Just crawl south.
He literally can't move. He's in full plate mail with a -3 strength.
yeah.
His strength score is what? 5?
Yes.
Get it to blink.
Pocket's hand.
Yeah.
If you would have set up, hold action is always an option, but if you would have previously set up pocket sand as a thing that you keep on yourself, I would have allowed that.
Yeah, too bad I'm not Rusty Shackleford.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold an action of healing myself as soon as the eye beam goes away. Because that red
Awesome.
bar is my health bar right now.
Awesome. Casimir. Oh no, your things, they're all inert.
Oh no, I'm still not inert. Bonus action, defensive stance.
Get the fuck off me.
Right over top of Vindir.
I'm moving.
I just imagine like the samurai stance where you go really low and it looks like you're just teabagging Vindir.
Balls are on my face. Come on.
Vampires
I'll
still
move.
sweat.
Shift to the south.
Alright, shift.
This really old sweat. You know, it's the same sweat they've had for 600 years.
Yeah. Oh, the stalest sweat.
Ugh.
Gonna get on top of his head. Right, look, me, we had issues. But you can't be doing this here. And stop.
Stab it. Damn, I really wish was here. I would have loved to see him, like, grapple the dreadnought to move its eye out of the way of Vindir. 27 hits. Let me look at its resistances and bullshit. Okay. So that'll be 41 on the first one, and that'll be 38.
On.
Wait. That's 41. 38. There we go. We love 22s. 36. This is how you know you're doing God's work.
This is me.
That's your turn?
Yep, that's me.
Alrighty. Speaking of astral dreadnoughts,
I'm riding it.
I'm aware. Casimir, would you mind drawing over top of this one for me and locking it in? As it attempts to deactivate element, it has to declare out at the start of its turn, so.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
No worries.
Oh no, Elowin, you use your epic spell to be a dragon.
I'm just going to look at my claws and blow at them. Just
Get bit. 24 to hit.
on me?
Yep.
Okay. It hits.
32 piercing damage. You are not concentrating on any spells?
No, I can't in a way.
Okay. Claw.
Yes.
31 to hit.
Yes.
That'll be 18 slashing damage.
Mhm.
32 to hit. 20
Yep.
slashing damage.
Reaction.
Yeah.
Oh, no, never mind, sorry. That's not reaction, that was a ready action. Continue.
And that is the end of its turn. Elowin. Wait, Vendir held action? Vendir. Heal your ass.
Yeah, I'm doing that right now. Which one is it?
Who would win, an astral dreadnought or one wizard turned into a fucking creature? Second level?
You get max hit points.
Oh yeah, Clover's thing. So 8 times 4 is 32 plus 8 is 40. Yeah. All right. Elowin, your turn.
I'm just going to shrug at the astral, and I'm gonna go here. Attack opportunity, I guess.
Oh yeah, it'll take it.
Of course.
First die only. 20 to hit.
Miss.
20
I'm going-
misses?
Yeah, I got 22 as a dragon.
Oh, nice.
You love 22.
You love
Um,
22.
Can this one? Oh, if it's stunned,
It was stunned. Clover, the stun is till the end of your next turn? Or the end of its next
Let
turn?
me check. I think it's the end of its turn, but let me just. The target makes an intelligence save. On a failed save, takes damage and is incapacitated at the start of your next turn. It's incapacitated, so I think that means it's also like.
Oh, that means it could have moved, but that's it. Incapacitated means you can move, but you can't take actions or reactions, and you can't utter anything intelligible.
Dex save, please, for this Lover Mage. Goes Fire Breath.
No. 11.
66 fire damage.
Yep. All done?
And yeah,
Alrighty. Clover.
I wonder if he liked being a statue. She's gonna look over at it and say an abyssal stop, and immediately use a flesh of stone. I'm gonna use heightened spell on it.
Okay.
And subtle spell.
As you cast that spell onto this, because of its incomprehensible form of being an infinite pile of worms, you can't petrify all of it. You petrify one worm that falls out. It is immune to petrification.
Gotcha. That's unfortunate. Okay. Then I'm going to. Yeah, I guess I'll call that my turn then.
Alrighty. The Larva Mage! will take a step back and will attempt to Eldritch Blast you.
Subtle spell, counter spell.
Yep. Then it moves back in, and it's going to try to slam you. No advantage, so only a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
All right, that'll be 9 points of bludgeoning damage, and you have to give me a DC 19 con save, followed by a DC 19 strength save.
28 con. 20. Wow. Clover nat 20. We love it.
You are not knocked prone, and you are not poisoned. This one over here, however, finally gets to have a turn. It is going to use its Plague of Worms ability on you, Elowin. I need you to give me a DC 19 Dexterity saving throw.
Yes. 17.
That'll be a failure. So
Yeah.
5d8 /r space 5d8. You suffer 24 points of necrotic damage. You are blinded and restrained by a massive swarming worms. This is not magical. The affected creature takes this damage again at the start of each of the larva mage's turns. The creature can repeat the save at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself. So, you are in a pile of worms that it just shoots at you with its arm.
Just imagine, like, it's large and, like, the pile is bigger than itself. To englobe me.
Yeah. Worms! That'll be Vindir next.
Okay. How does that eye beam work when it comes to magic items?
All magic items that are not of an artifact level are inert while within it. The moment you get out, they restand.
Oh, so they're back. Okay. That's
Yeah.
what I need.
Yeah, but if it looks at you, you immediately go, God damn it, and fall over.
Yeah. That's fine.
Wouldn't be the first time.
All
We
right.
still don't know what the last one did.
Hey, that last story arc from your natural disaster across an entire world was kind of fun.
Okay. Since this thing really screwed up my day, I'm gonna deal with him. So we're gonna attack him twice.
Oh, damn. Vindir dropping the action surge. That'll hit.
Yep, basically. First one and second one.
That'll hit.
And damage.
Casually. Nice. Casual 69 damage.
Nice.
Nice.
That's my turn. Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, end of your turn, because I keep forgetting these guys have these things. Hey, Clover, how would you like a... Oh, wait. You're in melee with it. Yeah, it's going to slam you again, Clover, with its legendary action.
Go for it.
24 to hit.
I kind of want to make it miss, but we'll let it hit.
All right, con save followed by a strength save.
28. I'm going to reroll that strength save.
Sure. You have a 10% chance of success.
Okay. And now I'm going to add 4d4 to this strength save. I'm going to use my Favored by the Gods and Fate Touched.
Yep, make sure those are not reactions.
They shouldn't be. Boon of Fate is when another creature succeeds or fails, you can roll 2d4 and apply it. It
Did
just
it
says
say another creature?
when you or another creature within
Okay.
60 feet of you succeeds or fails a d20 test, you can roll 2d4 and apply it.
Go for it.
It doesn't say it's an action or anything.
It
just,
does not. Go for it.
Yeah. So we'll add that, and where's favored by the gods right here. If you fail a saving throw or an attack roll, you can roll 2d4 and add a total, possibly changing the outcome. Okay, so we're gonna add 4d4 to this. /R4d4. Come on, Clover. 11. That's an 18. That's barely a fail, right?
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
You are knocked prone.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay,
This
let me
one
roll.
here is going to use its legendary action on you, Elowen, because you are the only person currently affected. It is going to use its feed ability. Ignore that damage. I'll roll the damage. /R space 3d8. You suffer 16 points of necrotic damage. And I'm just going to add it to its hit points because it's never going to get full.
Mm-hmm.
It gains 6.
Yes.
Feed. All right. Vendir did his whack-a-mole. Astral Dreadnought has its legendary action, right? Yes, it does. Hey, Vendir, it got pissed off at you. It's going to make a claw attack with its legendary action. 35 for 23.
Okay.
Casimir, your turn.
Schmidt. That's natural crits. That also does the additional stuff.
32. 27. 5. Keep it going.
No, that's it.
Okay. Next attacks.
Yep. Schmidt.
$36 damage.
And bite. You know what?
37.
I'll spend some dice on this. Let's get
Spend dice on this, but not the crit.
Yeah, because I'm going to consume it.
I gotcha.
To
It is a
spend
high.
dice on- I didn't want to spend dice on the crit and just kill it. I'm trying to eat this thing.
It's a CR21.
Oh, yes, I definitely want to eat this thing. Dirty slashing.
How do you want to do this?
Nom nom. I'm going to eat it from its eyeball first.
So, Vendir and Elowen, you watch in horror as Casimir latches his mouth on the eye itself and begins chewing and chomping on it until the majority of its head seems to be ripped off and blood and goo and astral everything's going everywhere all at once before the chest cavity opens and consumes the rest of it.
And I have a slot open. You said this was 21?
This is a 21.
But it's not 22.
I have that one already, so what did you say we'll do?
Roll it again. And, roll a smaller number for the ones that you already have.
Or it's roll a d4?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
And then 1 is the closest to 1, and then 2 and 3.
That
4.
is Void Vision. I have True Sight.
Nice! You gain the benefits of True Sight. Any creature option swallows, transported, and enter by no other means except wish spell. Creature's has an ability. Creature can leave the dimmy plane whenever they use it. Like a stomach. All right, Casimir, I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw. As you swallowed an astral dreadnought. 31. You feel everything inside of its donjon is beginning to spill out of your mouth. Where do you aim yourself?
Can I aim myself at one of the larva mages?
Try. Draw me a cone.
Grabbing another one as well. It's fine. I accept if it touched me.
Hey, I don't know how far this thing's gonna go out.
Are you going to do that in Elowin's?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's fine.
Cool. Elowin and the
Yes.
larva mage, dexterity saving throws. Astral Dreadnought's DC, so 21.
Okay. Nope.
Flash R space 10D 10 plus 10. Elowin, you suffer 67 points of bludgeoning damage as all manners of strange objects eaten by this dreadnought over the expanse of its existence come flying out, slamming into you over and over and over again. And then you look over at the larva that barely got clipped by it and was hiding behind your body. The majority of the shit goes over the side, but there is still some loot.
I was trying to aim it so like we wouldn't lose it. It's part of the reason why it was that direction.
However, Casimir, I do need you to give me a strength, we'll say dex save to grab the ledge before you fall your 100 feet downwards.
Oh, I was going to blink. I've still got movement.
Yeah, but as soon as you eat it,
yeah.
the stomach exploded open.
Fair enough. What did you say, dex save?
Dex save. I'm going to make it relatively easy. 15. A natural 1 is always a failure, so unless you have a reroll.
I think I gotta be able to see him.
Yep. Vindir, do you have anything?
I wish for bonuses for someone else.
Yeah. Vindir? He might be muted or he hates you. I can't tell.
Probably both.
Also, I think he can only do that once. He might be able to do it more than that.
Can you hear me?
Now we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, that ability I can only do once.
Okay, so he hates you. Cool. Casimir, as you begin to try to blink, you feel this strange sensation you haven't felt since you were a full-blooded elf still living, like gas inside of your stomach. As all of that shit explodes outwards, it pushes you too far back as you were trying to grab onto the ledge, and instead, you begin falling and falling and falling.
How quick do I fall?
It's 100 feet at the end of your turn.
Okay.
Joey,
bonus action.
Hold on one second. Kaz, hold on. It says I can't cast it again using the trait, but I can cast it using spell slots.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll just do that then.
Okay.
Then we'll just stop all this.
With the feather fall, Casimir, you can use your steps to get back onto the ground.
Yeah, I did that then. I bonus action, step in the wind, and paddle my way through the air forward. That's me.
Okay, put yourself on ground. Yeah. Alrighty. Elowin! Before your turn, we're going to use one more round of legendary actions.
Yes.
That one already used its 3 on you. And it slammed you, right, Clover?
Eldritch Blast, and I got slammed at twice.
Well, you got slammed once on its turn and once with its legendary action.
Yeah.
So now it has another slam. This time with advantage. 16.
Oh, hits. Sorry,
Okay.
Okay.
That'll be 9 bludgeoning and a con save. DC
Constitution.
19.
30.
Okay, you're still not poisoned. Elowen, now it's your turn.
Yeah, I rolled my d6. I rolled a 6. So I got my breath again.
Oh, nice. How great.
I currently can't see the mage because I'm blinded. But
Yep.
I'm going to try to read whatever he was before I go blinded.
Okay.
So I didn't know if he's still there. Brah! It's 24 dexterity.
Dex. 22. It succeeds. No, it's not you guys. We love 22 though. Could you imagine if I made one of my NPCs a worshiper? Holy fuck, y'all would be.
And
You have some.
you should check something.
Some enemy NPCs.
Think of worms. 19 dex. Okay. So. No, I'm still plagued with worms. Please do the damage again.
$5d8. Yep. /r space 5d8. It's at the start of its turn that you take the worms.
Oh,
But
okay.
Yeah. Just hold on in case Clover fucks something up. Clover.
Clover's annoyed by this thing now. She's gonna 4th level subtle spell. A psychic lance of heightened spell, so it has disadvantage on save.
Intelligence save. 10.
No, it's incapacitated.
Yep.
She's gonna stand up, so that's 15 feet of movement.
Oh, not that one. Let's go.
And
That
she's gonna look forward, look back at this, and say, I'm going to finish this in Abyssal and walk forward in front of it. 5, 10, 15, following the path. Let's piss it off. Let's see what we can do.
All it can do is move on its turn. Fine. It goes running after you and it can't really... Like, it does the drunken stumble of trying to hit you where it just slams on the ground anyways. That is the end of its turn. Now you take the 15 damage, Elowen.
Okay.
And let me roll a d6. On a 6, it recharges. Nope. No 6. However, you're still restrained, so it has advantage on all attacks against you.
Yeah.
Right. Would you like an attack of opportunity, Elowen?
No. It's going to be fine. I have -4 on that right now.
Okay. Casimir. 3 Eldritch Blasts at you, 2 at Evandir.
Do I have cover from the whatever this is?
Yeah, I'll give you half cover, plus 2 to AC. Vindir, unfortunately, no. You're still, like, kind of out in the open. All right, Kaz, 3 beams over at you. It has advantage?
Yes.
Pew. 20 to hit.
Misses.
26 to hit.
Hits.
10 feet. $25 to hit.
Hits, but I have something at my back. Can't push me off.
What's at your back?
If that spire thing is actually there.
Oh, yeah. It slams you into the spire. All right, good point. I'll give you an opportunity. Dex save. Grab onto the spire before you start falling. Regardless, it's not going to be instant kill. Okay, yeah. As it slams into you, you begin falling. You just slam your sword into the side of it, dangling there. Vindir, 2 attacks against you. Not advantage, so we'll do 26 to hit. 14. 10 feet over to the edge. Vindir, I need you to give me a dex save to grab onto that spire. Let's fucking go. You grabbed it. Second blast. 20 to hit.
That's my AC.
That'll be 9 force damage. Plus it's slamming you into an object by pushing you 10 feet away. 3 additional bludgeoning damage. But you're still holding on to that tower. Vendir.
Did it come from this one right here?
Yes. Right now you're like dangling, holding on to the tower as it's slowly breaking it by sending you flying into it over and over again.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk towards it.
Do it.
Use that, and then where is it? And I'm gonna cast Harm. It's a DC 22 con save.
No advantage. 23, so half damage.
Yes.
All right, 26 damage on it. It is not resistant to necrotic. Or immune.
Good. That's my turn.
Alrighty. Casimir.
Gonna blink over. Oh, nom nom.
Eat this motherfucker.
Please keep this one down.
That'll do. How do you want to do this?
Just like slurping them up. They're all worms.
Oh, as you begin slurping them up like little bits of spaghetti, you end up consuming all of that one. Oh.
Would this happen to be between 10 to 19?
It would happen to be a CR16 creature.
Yeah, great. Let me get a d6. Soul Stained Claws. My unarmed strikes deal an additional 1d10 necrotic damage. For an hour. Shifting over. Bonus action, step to wind.
Yep.
Smash Red Block.
Go for it. Half damage for 13, and then 12. Yeah, the half damage didn't matter on the other one. The radiant was enough to kill it.
Yeah. Oh no. Ooh, 22.
We love 22. So that'll be 7, and 22.
That's good.
All right, at the end of your turn, it's going to use a legendary action.
It's incapacitated.
At the end of your turn, it's going to be Elowin's turn. Elowin, you are no longer restrained by worms. Casimir just slurped them all.
Okay, so let me just check d6. 6.
This
Going-
motherfucker, dude. You know, I'm never going to feel bad again when I have any recharge ability hit you guys like 9 times in a row.
I can't. Well, I'm going to go.
You're fly. I'll move you over it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fine. I'm just going to do the cone just at him.
Aiming off the ledge.
Yeah.
Go for it.
My bad.
Save.
87.
24.
24. So half damage.
So 43.
Yes.
Woo! It's looking pretty rough now. Clover.
True. She's yeah, she's gonna say, I wish I could have turned it into a statue. She's gonna, I don't know. Clover doesn't really like killing things. Guess we just, yeah, we keep doing what we're doing. We're gonna hit it. I'll just hit it with the psychic lance again. Subtle spell, heightened.
It wouldn't reapply the effect. It's already incapacitated. You don't refresh the duration.
It ends at the start of my turn.
Oh. Never mind again. In
Yeah, we're hitting this
10.
10. Yeah, it's stuck. She's just gonna continue walking forward. 5,
right.
10, 15, going around 20, 25, 30.
What?
Is it gonna run after her? Let's see.
No. Vendare, your turn.
Alright, well. DC 22 Wisdom save for Toll the Dead.
$23.
Why did it roll like that? Oh, yeah, hold on. That needs to be rolled.
It's
different.
fine. It doesn't take damage anyways.
Oh,
It
does
succeeded.
Okay.
Yeah, it's save or suck on cantrips.
Oh, yeah, it is. I don't know why I wasn't paying attention. My bad.
Casimir.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
my
think.
turn.
Okay. Casimir.
Nom nom nom. Does an 18 hit?
Yeah.
Nom 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 nom. Let me roll it, guys.
No, that does it. How do you want to do this?
Nom nom. Going to like snap if they've got like that cloak that looks on, just like wrap them all up in it. Use that as a straw.
And as you do that, the creature completely consumed and engulfed. We're going to go ahead and go on break, everybody. We'll be right back.
Yes.
There we go. So, everyone, you've just slayed the last of these larvae. Very strange eldritch creatures that come from the great beyond, the place that goes past the boundary of the universe itself into an unknown location. As you all look forward, you see Clover Casimir, seemingly for the first time. The layer of magic that is encapsulating around her is something that you completely recognize. You don't know how, but for some reason right now, you can see the visage of 22 over top of Clover. You can see the image of your goddess, whom you've only ever spoken to and seen once. But the comparison is perfect.
So it looks like both of them are like occupying the
exact same
like,
space.
They are the same person kind of thing.
Perhaps, yeah.
Gotcha.
I won't tell Casimir how to view that because, I mean, object permanence is your thing. So.
Yeah, I know. I'll figure this one out eventually.
Yeah.
I don't think he understands. He might have just been hit really hard.
Like when I was here, like all the shit from the Astral Dreadnought got pumped at me.
Yeah, do you want to go
on the
loot
ground?
it? Yeah, you can go back and try to loot it if you want.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to. Yeah, God damn it!
Perception check.
I'm stuck in the wall.
Yeah, in the dragon form, it's kind of hard to move, huh? This place isn't built for you.
Just boop, beep. 35.
Nice. So, Elowen,
Mhm.
you end up finding that there's quite a lot of trinkets and things that this dreadnought had housed inside of itself over the eons. You find a handful of simple magic weapons, +1s and the likes of that. You find quite a large collection of holy symbols that it's collected as well. All of which could be researched for ancient magics if you were to ever feel that need. This pile of shit does not have a monetary value. Of course, you could attempt to sell it if you want. That is completely up to you. However, its value stems from the potential research you could commit because of all this.
Okay.
And yes, Casimir, you can yeet some of these weapons at planets.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and take some of the +1 weapons if that's okay.
Yeah. Is there a ground below here?
No, there's an amalgamation of goo.
Oh. Ew.
Yeah.
And do I know what that goo is?
Roll me a religion check.
It's like.
Sounds good. 27. That is an eldritch aberrant goo. Non-sentient thing that consumes and destroys things in its path. It is very common from the astral sea, though whenever it happens to spawn within the primary planes of existences, usually a dedicated strike force of individuals is sent out from the ley lines in order to destroy that. Though this seems to have congealed down there under the constraints of this location's ancient natural energies.
Okay.
It was only disturbed when Casimir had walked past it.
Yeah.
All of this was Casimir's fault, very clearly. I just want everybody to know. You all notice except maybe Casimir.
Yeah.
Yep.
So all the stuff that's fallen there just is gone.
Yeah, that's in the goo.
Okay. No, not touching that. And this is still bright and shining.
Yeah, it's still doing its thing.
Oh.
It's shiny.
Now, does extra-dimensional things still come through here, or it's blocked because it's beyond time, beyond magic and everything?
Presumably blocked. The only way to get here, you would imagine, would be to travel here. You don't think any transportive magics whatsoever would work here. The Astral Dreadnought was an exception because it's a demi-plane located inside of itself.
Okay, gotcha. And like this contraption, this statue is made from the ground.
It's attached to the ground. It looks like it was crafted, but at this point, everything is one here.
Ah, gotcha. Because I want it, but don't want to, destroy everything around, just to grab it. And I don't want to touch that thing. I'm going to pass on that. So yeah, let's continue on.
Joy, how many weapons do I get?
Roll me 2d8.
Yeah, I'll let them grab the weapons.
13.
13.
That's 13 planets. Gonna have problems.
I'm so glad that you have object permanence issues, because there's not more than 13 planets. You're just throwing it at the same ones in different locations.
Yeah. I have so many weapons. Their whole design has been magical. It's just to survive hitting the planet. Right, okay. Continue on.
So, continuing along, thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Clover, Vendir, as the two of you are approaching ever closer, you notice that same strange strange energy pulsating out from this large archway and doorway. You can see the way it shapes and molds the area around it. An incredible amount of potential resides within all of this. You see that there are two more of these sentry-like things on either side, though these ones do not seem to be influenced by the energies latent on the door. They seem to be dormant in a slumbering state.
Natalie's gonna turn her head back. Whoever activated it last time, please don't do that again.
Guys just looks back at Eloin.
What?
You heard what you said.
Oh, Joe, I'm sacking all my second level spell slots.
Yeah.
Don't touch anything.
I'm gonna look down at the ground at the symbols in front of me. Do they depict anything that I can relate to Fendrick at all? Or is there like another
religion check?
religion? Why don't I see religion? Oh, there it is. A 20.
20's not bad. So, how much has Natalie been researching the rest of the Pantheon?
Natalie was, well, ooh, that's a good thing. I'm going to look over, I'm going to kick the bag of holding and be like, coleslaw, cold steel.
Yeah, yes.
I'm going to point at the symbols on the ground. Don't get too close, though. Those things are going to kill you.
Yeah, no shit.
Wait, I got to do her voice. My bad. Just don't get close.
Okay.
Do you see anything? I don't know a lot about Fendrick other than sacrifice, what I've been told in the last day and a half.
What are you asking me?
Well, last one I had to say a prayer and walk past, but somebody managed to mess that up behind me.
Mhm.
And now this one, I don't know where to begin on it, looking at the 3 symbols on the ground.
5 symbols.
There's 5?
Mhm.
Oh, I was just talking about... Yeah, okay.
Yes, Oh, you mean the 3 circles?
Yeah.
Okay. I was referring to the 5 plates on the primary circle. So each of these circles has this depiction. Natalie, you were asking coleslaw, as you call them?
Cold steel, yeah.
Cold steel. And cold steel will look at them. Natalie, you get to re-roll.
Oh, hell yeah. Now we can actually do well on this. Wow, I'm going to use a sorcery point to reroll that. That's
Okay.
insane. 21, 1 point better. You know what? I'm fine. 21's fine.
You're happy with 21? You're done rolling? Are you sure?
I mean,
I'm asking your permission. Are you done?
Yeah, because I just have a sack, so I have 10 sorcery points. I don't want to keep using those.
Good. So he looks down and starts jotting them in the book, completely ignoring your question. It's a common thing with this creature. You can't really incentivize him to do anything. He does not respond to fear. He does not respond to incentives. Like, it just, he only cares about processing, gathering information, and writing shit down. Elowin, on the other hand, as you fly over there, you look down and you notice at the top, that is the top. That is the spiral of withering roots, one of the more ancient symbols to Fendrick.
Okay. The one, the symbol behind the spikes.
Yes.
No, I'm talking
apologize.
to no, I'm talking to Clover. Hey Clover.
Walk
You know
up
the symbol behind the spikes? It's the spiral withering roots, like the oldest Fendrick symbol.
Well, look over at Cold Steel. You know anything about that?
Yes, I do.
Well, if you tell me, we can get through this door and you're going to learn a lot more stuff.
I'll learn fun. Elowin, continuing what you realize, left from the top, that is the sigil of the Silent Stone. That is Irene's symbol. The bottom left from the top is the flame spiral of rage, which is Craven's symbol. Presumably the other two, you don't know what they're called, but they would be the other two tier 1 deities, the other two original deities within the Pantheon, considering those 3 are 3 of the first deities.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I'll tell that to Clover.
As you say that, the Clover, something clicks in her head. And she's like, you guys are going to see her for the first time do the transformation thing. She's going to go 22. And she's going to look for her symbol on the tier 3 deity area.
Okay. You hedge your way over there as you go Super Saiyan.
Woo. Let's bring out
In 3 episodes, of course.
Clover, does 22 see her own symbol?
Insight check.
Was 22 about to like tell me something sad, like they kicked her off of it? a nat 1 twice.
I
Something
think that
is
says
wrong.
enough. Yeah.
22 does not want Natalie to find this.
As you invoke 22, she looks at this and goes, and then you're immediately back to you have no idea. She's never done that before. She always likes being personified.
What just happened?
Can I look at those symbols?
Sure. Because these are less researched gods. They're minor gods. The DC goes up considerably.
Of course. Religion. No.
Casimir's just going to nudge Vindir. Look, this is not God stuff. This is like your domain as well. Go deal with this.
Do the
I trust
thing.
you more than those two.
They were so eager. I just figured I'd let them go.
Yeah,
Do the
but
thing, cleric.
I trust you more than those two. I mean,
Alright.
that one's weird and keeps switching between 22 and not. And the other's a dragon, so.
Vindir, Casimir's been noticing that somehow. Usually you're the only person to ever notice all this weird shit.
Are you going through some changes that we don't know about?
Saying that to Casimir or me?
Yeah, saying it to Casimir. As I walk away to go check this stuff out. And
I
I'll
don't know.
use
Things
my
look
spell.
weird.
Gonna look over at Ekra. You got any words of wisdom on this?
33.
I'm still of the opinion that we don't need any of these fucking gods for anything.
I think we're on the same page on that. I just think it needs to be reformed.
There is
But
a
we
different
don't-
version of reform. We can just kill them.
They die, you die. You work for the same department.
I do not die if they die.
I think
They're not vampires.
no, I think that your existence is dependent on theirs, just as theirs is dependent on yours.
Strange hypothesis. Anyways, Vindir, you rolled a what?
33.
You don't know why they're looking over here. But first off, I can complete the first round of sigils for you. There is top right. That is the symbol of the chains of command, heresy. And then bottom right. Hey, is the Waters Dance, a Lu regime, which you know, Vindir, based off of your research, out of all the tier 1's gods, was by far the most terrifying sounding one, because she's the one that embodied mortals the most. Emphasis on their hatred of things that go against her. Mortals have a knack for hating things that are opposed to them. So does she.
I'll nonchalantly point that out to Clover and Elowen. Yeah, that one's heresy, chains of command, Al Rashid, the
Alu
Waters
regime.
Dance. Alu regime. The Waters Dance. Right there.
Now, strangely enough, Vindir, Clover was looking at the wrong place. Over here, these are symbols of the tier 2 gods. You recognize many of them. They're Exandria Pantheon. But over here is where the symbol of 22 resides, near the tier 3 gods. Or sorry, this is where the tier 3 gods are. Over here is where 22 resides, back when this place was the tier 2s. And looking at it, The symbol is a pair of scales, but the plates do not balance. One is tipped higher, the other lower, and a spiral of thread wraps around the shaft, weaving in and out of both plates. Tiny symbols: luck, chance, chaos, fate. Spiral within the design, shifting whenever you blink.
Clover, her symbol's over here.
Oh, perfect. I'm gonna come over here and we'll just grab cold steel as I'm doing it and put him over to the side. Let's see what happens. Clover's gonna try to recall 22 again, and she puts her hand on it.
As you get over to the symbol and you call forth 22, she momentarily appears and goes, "No," and then disappears.
Well, I'm already you and you're already me, so it's gonna work either way. And she's gonna put her hand on the symbol and she's gonna what spell would make sense for this? I think Holy Aura.
Okay. So as you touch that one, be honest. Which of those 4 symbols do you think Clover more embodies? Luck, chance, chaos, or fate?
She hates fate. I think it's either luck or chaos, right? Because chance was never really a part of Clover, because Clover made sure she always won. So I guess that kind of embodies fate in sort of a way where you like manipulate it. But I'm gonna honestly kind of I think chaos kind of fits her more. No, I'm gonna say luck, because she bends it, she cheats. I'm gonna say luck because it's never been chance, and fate would mean she never had to cheat. So no, she cheats. I'm gonna say luck.
As you place
chaos is a very close second.
As you place your hand down, you all begin to hear these numerous different voices speaking out, and they're colliding with one another over and over and over again, making it almost incomprehensible. However, I would like each of you to roll me an insight check. (26, 31). 26, only if she's 5'3". No, that's not the lyrics. Yeah. Casimir, you have advantage because of your thing, right?
Yeah. Since
Okay.
everyone's feelings within 6 feet.
So 26, 31, 15, 24. Clover, all of these voices are just deafening to you. You don't make out anything. Elowin. No.
Mm-hmm.
Casimir's the lowest. Sorry. 24. We'll get to you next, Elowin. 24, Casimir. Some of these voices are speaking Hungrul. They're speaking... It requires the original laws. To you, Elowin, you hear someone of the law, someone who bears it, someone who lives it, someone who withstands it. And then to you, Vindir, you begin to hear the amalgamation of all these different words beginning to pulsate out from everything. All of these voices, Vindir, these are different entities that have found their way here previously. Creatures that tried to get into this chamber and whom tried to presume what the original laws were. They're all guessing and they're all throwing out these different few laws, but there's 2 consistencies. Destruction, creation. What comes after that, you're not sure. But that is what the three of you can hear from all of these voices of the entities kept here.
People failed. Hopefully we don't join them.
Failed what? The voices kind of sound like they wanted the original laws.
I don't know. But they just keep on saying the same things over and over again. That's why I'm thinking they lost.
Is Clover able to manipulate the symbol at all?
As your hand is on it, the scale just begins teetering on two sides.
She's gonna yell out, "What are they saying?"
Something about one entity living the law, being the law.
Yeah, they just keep on saying creation and destruction.
Clover will smile when she hears that. Like I said, balance. And she's gonna make the scale go straight on both sides.
All right. Sleight of hand check.
We love sleight of hand checks.
Hey, it's rare I give you these, okay?
I'm gonna
Take
re-roll that.
Okay, good call.
A 36.
No matter how hard you try, they're never perfectly balanced.
I'm gonna
That-
try to
that is-
22 out.
That is a symbol to you, Clover. No matter how much you try, there is not balance within this.
She's gonna get frustrated and keep trying.
So, allow me to type out the rest of the words that Vindir can hear, suggestions from them. Now, of course, by no means am I saying that among the suggestions has the correct answer. But these are at least what they're saying.
How many of the original laws were there? Do we know?
4.
4?
Yes. Based off of Elowin's thing, she was told 4 things. I don't know if she shared it or not, but that'd be 4.
What laws have we come across? Which do we know? We know hunger. We know.
We know of
creation.
4 ourselves.
We know creation. We know
Yeah.
time.
Oh, we know more than 4 then.
We know quite a few. We know consequence. There's a lot. There's a lot of laws. They're not just something that's in small order.
I'll be right back. I can still hear you, but I can talk.
Those are all the different ones you can hear, and that does not mean that the right answer is among them.
We know time can't be one of the original laws because this place existed before time. So time was something that came after. Balance. Just
don't think Balance
you
is
okay
under
over
control
there?
either.
She pulled a rabbit out of her bag.
Just gonna look at Hop. I need you to help me do this, and I need you to, Ekra, to help me balance this. I can't do it alone. That's what this is telling me.
I will do my best, but what am I doing? Fine. And
Focus
she
whatever-
just sits down randomly.
Focus whatever innate power you have into it. Ekra, you get the left scale. I'll try for both, and you get the right scale, Hop. Ekra, don't overpower Hop on purpose.
Mhm.
You can tell if you're doing it. Feel everything you feel.
Good. Wait until my next night out.
These main ones, these 5 that you saw here,
Can you ping where here is?
in the center, the first tier ones.
Tier 1s, yes. Tier 1s, tier 2s, tier 3s.
At first, were they laws as well? This is before time. So before gods as we know it, were they laws originally before they were gods?
You can write or roll me a history check to recall what you know about all this.
I am asking the smart people.
Cool. Smart people can roll history checks to see what they learned about all this.
Cold Steel, if you please tell them what they're asking about. I mean, I'll do a history
24.
check, but
Yes. Cold Steel, who is the tiny Oogaloth with a book, glasses that's always writing, turns to all of you. They're asking what the 4 original things that shaped and molded and, well, made the universe were. Seems pretty clear to me.
yeah, I know that. I'm saying, can you answer their question?
Oh, no, this is one of those mortal interference things.
Okay. Or look at Hop and Ekra and be like, ready?
Oh,
And then
wait.
she's gonna...
This is mortal interference? Oh. Well, I'm still down to do it. Now that I know it goes against your daddies. Oh, I don't think I can help.
Hop, you're the only one out of the 3 of them that's allowed to lie, but you can't help.
I could lie. There's no reason to do it. It achieves nothing.
What's the law of hinder?
Okay, well, I guess Hop's out. I'm gonna look over. Do one of you...
The word hinder. Casimir, you rolled a 5. You don't know what the fuck that word means.
No, that was for the other stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, okay. It's...
Even though it's still like, what does that mean?
Oh, hinder? You don't know? Oh. To
Law
create
hinder.
difficulties for someone or something. Results in delay or obstruction.
I don't know what the word means, but it was like, what's the
Oh.
law?
It's the law of that.
Fucking shit up.
Yeah.
Just so you know, Joey, I got a 24 on that history check, not a 17.
Not a 17. Cool. Thank you for clarifying that for me. Because I read 17. I was like, you don't know shit. 24. So, Alu-Regine. Not Alu-Regine, sorry. Aseso. It'll be easier if I do this, guys. Aseso came here, and from what you've been able to tell, came here and began creating. That confirms creation to you. Amongst her first creations were the gods, her children, Alu-Regine and Irene. Fendrick was created from pure chaos.
So it's the order, chaos, destruction, creation.
Maybe. Anything else you want to piece together is up to you guys to risk it.
one of you that's decent with magic, can you please help me on this? Looking at the scale.
Oh, destruction would be blatantly obvious to you guys as well, because Exium, whom is more powerful than anything in all of creation, is destruction itself.
Yeah.
And the question was not posed as the first laws of the universe, the first laws. All right, sit down
Good.
time. You can
I
keep
think
talking.
you just confused me more, Joey, when you said that.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I just want to confirm for you it was not the law of water. That was created.
That's what I thought. That's what I was working down my list of. It's like, so we know time was created, earth and water was created, magic, life is created, the divine were created. Memory only happens for created things. So,
Balance seems like a byproduct, to be honest.
yeah, and we also kind of discovered the Clover tells us that balance doesn't work. So it has to be like order and chaos because they existed before.
Yeah. I would go with
They're
order, chaos.
concepts.
Yeah. Destruction and creation.
Type out your guesses. If anybody has opposing guesses.
I was considering hunger, to be honest, because we learned that hunger was more than just like the need to feed, but it was an active progression of like inspiration and stuff like that.
Yeah, but
But
didn't
that's
we
for
learn
created things.
that? I thought Dracul, whatever I'm calling him.
Oh,
I thought,
he was created.
yeah. So, and isn't he the embodiment of hunger?
He's a law of hunger.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, but so he was created too.
Yeah. And yeah, it's a good point. Truth. I suppose truth was created whenever the first lie was told.
Yeah, like I say, truth seems like another balance thing, like just kind of like a byproduct of just two things colliding.
Yeah, I think it has to be destruction, chaos, creation, order, and chaos.
Type out your guesses. All right. Clover, Elowen, guesses?
Clover's not guessing. Clover's kind of just trying to break the pantheon right now on the left side.
Yeah, you guys are trying.
Elowen's AFK.
Oh, they AFK'd?
Yeah, they can hear us, they just can't talk.
Oh, okay, no problem then. Well then, if you two are the only two guessing with those two, presuming Elowen would tell you all what Elowen heard that you all did not. You need someone who embodies, represents, aspires to, and opposes one of each of the four laws.
Like one of the four of us.
4 entities are required.
Good thing we have somebody who has a thing of traveling pets.
Yes.
Yeah.
And as not Ekra, Hop just declared they can't meddle in this affair. These are mortal things. And Ekra immediately became excited to meddle in these affairs.
So we have to pick. We've assigned one of these to each of us.
To an entity.
Well, would that be like creation as a say-so, or
If you interpret that as selecting a god or entity to do that, then sure. But this is more of a one of you has to be one represent,
okay, that's
so on.
what I was clarifying. It was like, do we
Yeah,
have to tell who the entity of those were, or no? One of us
Yeah,
is
yeah.
essentially representing that.
I upgraded your guys' puzzles to 8th grade, so
Yeah.
I will explain a bit more for you.
We will have a little
Thank
bit
you.
more questions just for clarification purposes.
Absolutely.
All right.
I think mine's is fairly obvious.
Order.
I am a being that needs to destroy to live. I'm destruction.
Yeah. You're the opposite of life.
I was being-
Creation.
I could be creation because I create a lot of magic items and shit.
You're chaos.
I guess.
The amount of times you've turned into a dragon and it's caused us problems. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah.
The amount of worlds has just been turned upside down and ruined.
So what does that make Clover?
They're,
Breaking the wheel. I need one of you to help me with this, please.
they're trying to establish order in their own way, but it's order nonetheless. Then I suppose that would make you creation. You are trying to create a new pantheon.
Yeah.
No, I'm 22, she's going to say, and she's going to point at this, and I'm going to bring this plate right when I get it balanced over on top of Fendrix.
Don't think balance exists.
I think if we can't do it here, we're never going to. I think the only way to find out is to keep trying.
Joey, can I go try to see if I can balance the scales? I'm kind of thinking maybe Clover can't because she's the human embodiment of 22.
That's why she wanted Ekra, and she wanted 2 more people to help her do this.
Yeah. Vindir, sleight of hand check.
Oh, I'm so great at these.
All right.
Have some guidance.
Yeah, you got the D4. What'd you say, Elowen?
Oh, I'm just going to go over to the chaos one.
There's no one that is specifically chaos. Oh, on her disc, right? Yeah.
Vindir, re-roll that.
Oh, one is embodied, one is a spine, one represents, one challenges.
Oh my god, re-roll that. Do this all
Stealth?
day.
That's
Wait, you're
stealth,
doing
that's
one.
not
Stealth check.
We
Yes.
love 22.
Oh, it's a stealth. Fuck me. My hand
Wrong
went down.
one. It has to be the. So that means she
Okay.
didn't use 2 of them yet. So re-roll
Yeah.
the first sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Now re-roll that sleight of hand again for the ones that she made you do.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the second read. 18. All right, and then
So 20.
Yeah, the guidance of 20.
Okay. Not as
Just-
good as 22.
Indeed.
However, as you try to finagle with the scales a little bit, Vindir, you do not think that you interact with order at all. Your aspiration is peace. And if there is order, there is no true peace. Peace is something that comes from everybody, from anything interacting with it. Order requires control. So, do you think someone, an entity among you all, embodies order, aspires to order, represents order, or challenges order?
Yes, with challenge order.
No, we're talking people, not concepts.
Oh.
Yeah.
I would be
So-
challenge order.
Explanation?
Well, every time I try to wiggle stuff, there's rules in place. I try to befrag them. I just teleported a statue of a Marut. That
know,
is
if
the
you- if-
embodiment of the law. I just like, I'm stealing the law.
When it
So-
comes to order, he or she has been the opposite. I mean, near Devu was because of doing the opposite of what she should have been doing. So yeah, I guess Elowen would be the
One challenging.
one challenging order.
Okay. So your
I-
first guess is yeah? Yeah,
I
Cass?
actually thought the challenging would have been you, Vindir. Because you're challenging creation.
That's true too. Fuck.
Yeah.
Breaking this up into embodiments and aspiring are more difficult now.
I think. I don't know. Destruction could be. I believe destruction's me. The only other one I believe it could be was the other one, but
Well, we went with a rethink on how we want to do this because we're doing it as you embody. We broke this all the way up into everybody's embodying these things, and now we need to change it because now it's just one person embody, one person aspiring, one person represents, which is going to be hard because those three are very close together.
as I think you challenge creation. I represent destruction. Eleanor aspires to chaos. And Clover literally embodies order. Because Eleanor does aspire to a great many things. But all of them are innately chaotic and have so many ramifications for so many people, and it still goes on.
I'd say that Clover would be embodies it. The one aspiring would be Vendir. The one represent is Casimir because he needs to rule the what's the word?
Bloodline.
Yeah, the bloodline thing. So it would be the one that represents, and I'm the one that challenge.
So type out which of the entities that I typed out. I gave you the list of everybody who is here right now, even though they're not on the map. And which of the 4 original laws that you guys are assuming are their laws, which is creation, destruction, order, and chaos. You can scroll up a little bit and see it. And whom embodies which one of those, who inspires a different one, who represents a different one, and who challenges a different one. And everybody can type out their guesses and try to logic your way through it if you would like.
And if we're assuming we get this wrong, our souls get trapped in this.
Yeah.
Aura, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which that'll be a fun little I got something for that if that happens. That'll be fun.
Joey, the seal thing is locked into place, right?
What?
The seal that she's like trying to
The energy?
The
thing you're touching.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a plate that is locked in, and you can subtly interact with the shapes and objects on it.
Bindir knew that he was an order, right? Vindir knew that he was an order. That one got confirmed, right?
He knew he was not order?
Yes.
Yes, he does not embody, aspire, or represent order.
Gotcha.
That does not mean he does not potentially challenge it, but that's up to you to interpret and figure out.
Well, I mean, that's true. I suppose he challenges order. But I think he challenges creation more. Because he's sick of all of this. Going up against the gods is literal it's not challenging order, it's challenging the very fabric of the creation and everything.
Natalie's gonna try to cheat the system. And I'm hoping balancing will unlock this thing.
I'm tired of these motherfucking gods in these motherfucking planes.
Natalie's gonna try it one more time to bring out 22 to try to balance this thing because she wants to unlock this plate so she can move it.
You try again, and she says no, and goes back.
How? Can I try to figure out a way to unlock this thing if it's not balancing it?
Sure. Interact with the riddle.
Well, I mean like the plate, because she wants to move the plate on top of creation.
So the plates do not move. They are affixed to the actual circle, the symbol itself there. You can interact with the individual symbols on said plate. That much you can do. But you can't move the plate onto a different area. Yeah.
Guys, Clover doesn't embody order. I'm just going to tell you that now. She seeks reform, but Clover is one of the farthest things from order in this group. Like, when I was talking about luck, I said she liked luck and chaos fit her the most.
Yeah, but that would mean like giving Elo an order, and I don't see it.
We have a bunch of other guys. We have Pengu, Ekra, Hop, Cold Steel, embodies order. Natalie does not create. Natalie likes to help. I guess she kind of aspires to creation, but
Well, that's my guess.
I think Kaz has to be destruction.
Yeah.
The only other one that Kaz could be is order. Because it was a control aspect. And Kaz has full control over himself. And seeks to control.
I think Vindir challenging order is perfect. I think Kaz represents destruction is perfect.
I don't aspire to destruction, by the way.
Because you're inspiring to destroy hunger.
Challenge order.
I'm
body chaos.
And you want to
destroy it, but I'm going.
And you want to destroy Ares as well.
That's actually a good thing. I should be trying to do him a thing.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying your top two priorities are killing a god and killing a law. That's why I'm thinking you are aspiring destruction.
And remember, we know you know that you're not order.
Well, I know I'm not embodying, aspiring, or representing order. I don't know that I'm not challenging order, and I believe I am.
Joe, is that right?
Oh, I'm not going to answer until you guys lock in.
Damn it. This was knowledge we already knew. Creating confirmation because we're going over this multiple times.
Yeah. And I do notice that you guys are super hyper fixated on just the four of you, but Ekra, Hop, Cold Steel, and Pengu are all here as well.
Pengu can never represent destruction.
Maybe chaos, but that's about it.
And I don't know enough about the other three.
I think Cold Steel embodies. I think
Cold Steel is a Yugoloth. Ekra is a devil, a temptress specifically, and Hop is a goody two shoes. Well, as far as you've seen, celestial bunny with a horn on its head.
No, he started as a unicorn at one point.
Okay, then it's a unicorn. Okay.
I thought Pengu was on the ship with Bulkhead.
No, Pengu's with you guys.
Oh, okay.
Not.
Pengu, what do you think of this?
I
know it's difficult, but I don't know what to make of this.
Roll me a persuasion, Casimir.
Oh, I want to do an insight on Clover when Casimir starts talking to Pengu.
Not.
What?
Clover claimed that she is the best cleric in the whole universe. As a player and slightly as a character, know that all clerics know that Pengu is, completely evil. He just radiates evil. So if you're the best cleric, you should be like, oh shit.
What, do you think she should just kill the penguin?
No, but I think you should be like going like, oh, that guy's fucking evil.
So Clover, nature or religion check when you see Pengu. A penguin jump out of the bag.
31, not 20, 31.
That is an evil, demonic, or eldritch spawn entity. They are no longer on Exandria, thankfully, because they were the second most dangerous bird behind geese themselves. Geese, however, nobody's been able to eradicate. They are too powerful.
They have a fucking caste system, and now the vampire has a penguin. They're getting mad at me doing this.
So you rolled what on your persuasion, Casimir? Oh my god.
33.
Pengu goes over and starts slapping his fin aggressively against destruction.
You think you're that or me?
Huh? He points at himself.
Okay, Pengu feels really, really quite strong with that he's destruction.
Huh?
I don't see it.
Like he embodies it, represents it, or aspires for it.
Huh?
Give us honks equal to which one?
Definitely embodies destruction.
Hung. He aspires to it. You guys always stop him, but he does aspire all the time to destroy things. Remember the one time one of you did speak with animals with him?
That was Owen, and he's dead.
Yeah.
That was also Liara, and she's dead.
Yeah.
Everybody who talks to him dies.
I was already dead.
That's why Casimir's immune. But yes, in case you need a hand for one of these, he is an eldritch abomination. All penguins are. They, at minimum, aspire to destruction. Some of them can actually embody it.
Yeah, I just don't see this at all.
Yeah, of course you don't. Yeah. Clover, Pengu is just staring at you, by the way.
I want to get started on it.
His name's Pengu.
Kill it.
No.
I don't say that about anything.
What is wrong with you?
Except undead and anyone that opposes you. And
She doesn't say that about people that oppose her. She's literally very for like just systems. Bodies,
See, this is why you can't trust humans. Or, well, people. Humanoids.
Hawk.
I know. Right, so if we need to just figure out these other three, you three, tell us about yourselves. To Ekra, Cold Steel, the other one, Hop.
Oh, well, if you're looking for someone who embodies creation, I mean, I have made quite a few tieflings in my day. Looking to make more as well. Do dead bones jump, by the way?
Oh, she's talking about throwing things in the river Styx, guys. Don't get the wrong idea. Now.
So chaos.
I am so sorry, but I, as a celestial being, am not able to interfere with mortal affairs to this degree.
Don't
It
worry.
wouldn't be right. I can't do it.
Would you say that you embody or represent that idea?
I am that idea. I am a celestial being from the greater heavens. I am here to assist, but I cannot interfere with your affairs. That would deprive you of your capacity for sin.
So this one tries to embody order.
I am order.
Represents order.
For the
Why not?
chaos one, what did we say? You aspire? No, aspire was took by Pengu. You definitely didn't challenge it. You represent chaos. Yeah, we're gonna say that about you. Right, you. What's the other one?
Actually, let's just go with your original guess, but instead of Clover embodying order, Cold Steel embodies order.
Well, let's just
Or Hop. One of these two embodies order, and then Vindir challenges creation, Elowen aspires to chaos, and Casimir, you represent destruction. You were right with your guess. I'm just not the embodiment of order, unfortunately.
Let's. I just want to hear from the last one. You, what's your whole deal? To Cold Steel or something?
Me?
Yes.
Just ignore that I'm even here. I'm here to write things.
I think you're a better
That
guess.
one's useless.
No, he's not useless. He's like very good with information actually when he decides to share it.
What's the problem?
What do you think
Nothing.
of creation?
Creation is the foundation of everything that exists inside of this universe and outside of it. Without creation, there would not be the ability to have any form of any amount of anything to exist. Without creation, we would not have earth, we would not have waters, we would not have airs. Creation is the foundation to everything in the known universe and is rumored to be amongst the more powerful of all of the laws in all of creation.
Do you hate that idea?
I don't feel one way or another.
I don't think he's anything.
Okay, look, I'm telling you, let's just throw Hop on that one. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to do this. She's gonna directly control him to make him
Yeah. Oh, geez, I hate when you do this. And just starts walking over.
You were more.
All right, so is everybody in agreement with any of these? Vindir challenges order. Clover embodies chaos. Pengu aspires to destruction. And Hop represents creation.
No, we're going with Kaz's first guess, where it's
Casimir
challenges
creation. Okay.
But instead of Clover embodies order, it's Hop embodies order.
Pengu feels really, he feels really strongly that he should be in this spot.
That's Hop that writes down everything.
Hop is always writing in a book. Yes.
Okay. They're
a Yugoloth. You know what those are, right? Out of character.
Yugoloth. Can't remember what Yugoloth are.
Amongst fiends, Yugoloths are the seldomly discussed third party. You have devils,
which are lawful entities. They are entities that abide by laws, but they use deception in order to make people make bad decisions. They love torture, they love things like that. Demons are the other end of that. They aspire to destruction and to chaos purely. They do not abide by any law. In fact, a demon, it is nearly impossible to get them to do anything based off of a suggestion or an ask or anything such as that. They have to be gaslit into doing shit. Yugoloths are the third party. They are the most neutral of entities out of everything in the universe. They do not aspire. They simply do what they are needing to do. In this case, this Yugoloth seems to need to gather information and does not do anything outside of that unless it serves them. All three are the embodiments of evil as well. Chaotic evil, neutral evil, and lawful evil.
Okay.
So, just to check, did you say the abyss is different from demons?
The abyss is the same as demons.
Okay.
Demons is just what the specific fiends are called in the abyss. They're demons.
Yeah, what was the three different evils? Devils, demons, and what?
Yugoloth.
Oh, Yugoloth is just its own thing?
Yeah, Yugoloths are their own form of fiends.
Oh.
Yeah, they are the neutral fiends. Yeah. If you crit him, you could do paladin bullshit.
I'm going to touch his book and saying...
Oh, you will not touch it. He moves. No.
Please don't touch him. He doesn't like that.
Okay.
Would you like to take a trip through the river Styx?
No, he'll lose his memory. We're not doing this.
No, it's fine.
Don't touch
just
my
that-
book. And they go back to writing.
It's just that I have my ring of research.
Oh, I know. Yeah, he just never touch a Yugoloth's book. Ooh, that is the one way to piss them off. They are utterly neutral creatures until they need to do something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're going with the first guess, right? With Kaz's.
I don't know, because you could also just... They are each different types of creatures. And if we're talking about way, way back, it could be... They are celestial, the devils. They all represent something innately as well.
If I check the four circles that we are currently looking at, if I think represents, is there anything that is highlighted or pop up?
Thinking something does not cause anything to happen, unfortunately. No.
No, with my ring of research.
What does the ring say specifically?
Give me a sec. Let me just go back and search it. Trios. They were stated in trios or less, and the item or topic on which they wish to find information, and proceed to touch various objects of printed matter, their maps, books, wall carving. Then close when the ring contacts or come within a foot of anything related to the stated information.
Right. I'm going to be real with you. Just roll it in chat because I can't remember
Okay.
shit that easily when you tell me.
Okay. I'm just going to send it to you back.
In Roll20. I don't keep Discord open.
Okay. I don't know how. I only have it as a GPG.
Copy paste.
Paste.
Yeah, you should be able to copy it if you bought it.
No,
All right, send it to me on Discord. I'll open
Sorry,
it up.
it's a custom item.
All right, we might get laggy for a minute. Discord's been eating my fucking memory.
Sorry.
Good. Yeah, but I do need, like, any items like that. You should type them out and put them onto your character sheet.
Gotcha. I'll write it down later.
The only one I'm stuck on is creation.
So I wanted to put the 22 symbol thing above it to cheat.
I know you want to cheat.
But I really do think it's your first guess, just replacing Clover with Hop, because like people can fit multiple ones of these. It's not like you're just stuck
Yes.
to one.
Yes.
So I honestly think we got it right the first time. It's just Clover is not order. I'm just going to tell you that right now. If we put Clover on order, Joey is gonna start laughing at us and be like, "Why do you agree with that, Wyatt?" So like,
I'm not saying shit. You guys play how you play.
so
I know, but
I think Hop embodies order, and I think Vindir does challenge creation because he was the first one to actively challenge the gods and be like, "Fuck this shit."
yeah.
Elowin aspires to chaos. I think is pretty perfect, seeing as Elowin's now the new chaotic baby, and yeah, Casimir represents destruction because he's a literal vampire. I think that's perfect. I know Pengu wants to feel involved on this, but
I know.
He puts his feathers on his flaps on his sides.
Vin, your thoughts?
I'm fine. I usually get these puzzles wrong anyways, so if y'all think that's the right answer, then I'm going with that.
Okay. At very least, if it all goes wrong, you're out here. You're not one of them. You can do something.
Elowin, are you sending it to me?
I send it to you in Discord.
Nope.
No.
No.
Text.
Oh, there it goes. Just took 30 minutes to show up.
Apparently.
Yeah, it just showed up when I pinged you.
Yeah, I'm writing it down right now on my sheet.
Thank you. Minor magic best.
Right, so those are what we are agreeing of.
All right, what were the 3 words you stated, Elowin? Or
It
less?
was give me a sec. Embodies order. It was embodies. Sorry, embodies.
Okay. So you will not find the answer because it requires you to touch a person, and it only interacts when you touch an object, printed matter, weathered maps, books, wall carvings, etc. Not
Okay.
people.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep, that's what I needed to check. Thank
you.
Yep. So Vindir, do you concur with them, or do you have any opposition, or because this is very important to each of your characters? If you guys fuck up, your souls are stuck in those walls.
Let's roll.
Can we do any like gut feeling checks?
A vibe check?
Yeah.
Dude, we haven't done a
Okay.
vibe check.
It's been a minute. Casimir can do the vibe check.
Isn't it like
What
perception?
the fuck am I doing?
Insight,
perception,
and charisma.
Insight, straight charisma, and we take the average from the 3.
For my charisma, I get to use my wisdom instead because I like monk stuff. Is that okay?
What?
I get for everything that I use like charisma and like skill checks, I can use wisdom instead because wise words. Can I use wisdom instead of charisma?
Sure.
Thank you. Right, so
But you're doing wisdom for all 3 of these anyways. It's insight, it's perception, and it's straight charisma. So that one you're saying like straight wisdom instead. All right, 17. 21. Comes out to an average of 19 because we rolled down now in this system. So, The last one you posted is the one that you're thinking, right, Kaz?
Yes.
Vendir challenges creation. Hop embodies order. Elowin aspires to chaos. Casimir represents destruction. The general vibe you get from that you believe two of the people or entities, I'll keep saying that. We'll just say people. These other things are people too. Fuck it. Two of the people and their interaction with the laws are correct, but their laws are swapped. So as a for instance, if it was Elowin aspires, that part would be right, but to chaos would be different for someone different. Two of the people and how they interact with the law is correct. The other two are also just correct all the way through. Like, you're good on two of them. But on the other two of them are good with interaction, but wrong law. Those laws need to be swapped.
Okay, right, so all of our people are right. All of our placements of everything is right. But two of the
laws themselves are
swapped.
Are swapped for those two.
Swapped. Okay, well,
I'm thinking me and Hop. Let him embody creation and let me challenge
Celestial, order. Yeah, I suppose. Because yeah, you definitely don't. Well, do you challenge chaos? Should you try to find peace?
Yeah, I'm more challenging order right now, I think, more than anything.
Yeah, but you're challenging the chaos of the way that the gods are set up.
The way to think about that, going off of which one you posted, that would mean Elowin aspires to creation.
Elowin does aspire to create. It just so happens that everything that they create or do is chaotic. But they aspire to create. That is I will give them that. It's just everything they do is chaotic. But Vindy, you're not challenging order, not true order. You're challenging the order of things the way they are, but not order in the sense of the word. You're challenging the chaos that is the makeup of the universe. Because if, like, look at the gods, do you think they're all in order? Or do you think they're all in chaos?
I'm just trying to run all the other possible scenarios.
Yeah.
I don't think Hop can be anything else. Hop has to embody order. Because they don't create anything.
To me, the only one that doesn't move is you. So I'm just trying to work the other three.
So yeah, if Vendir challenged order, that would mean Hop embodies creation. If Vendir challenged chaos, that would mean Elowin aspires to creation. If Hop embodied chaos, Elowin aspires to order. And if Hop embodies creation, well, we already did that. Assuming that Casimir is correct, which you said you want to assume.
I think there is an argument to be made for Kaz representing order in a sense, but Hop doesn't embody destruction. So
yeah, well, let me ask this: does Hop embody creation, chaos, or destruction? Why?
No. Hop can't I think Hop is the perfect example of order because he was just sitting there right now saying, "Hey, there's this rule and I must follow it."
I think Hop is in place.
Like
Okay.
Hop is because Hop is supposed to be lawful good, but if you talk to Hop, there's a much higher lawful order than good on him. Like Hop has the ability to lie and a bunch of other shit. He has the ability to do bad things if he needs to, whereas he still has the way he follows laws is like to a T.
Okay.
The only other one that could embody order just like him would be. You can say that about any lawful character, but I would say the Yugoloth embodies order more than Ekra, if I was gonna go off of that. But yeah, I think I think the Hop one's right, and I think the Kaz one's right, and I think we can switch aspires to creation and challenges chaos because challenging chaos is the same thing as embodying order. If that makes sense. Because like if you're challenging chaos, you're actively trying to make things work in a certain way.
Yeah,
Chaos is random.
Yeah, I just don't see Kaz representing chaos or creation.
No, so that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. I think we switch
He
yours.
could create vampires. Sorry, that's a red herring. Don't ignore that. Just
Yeah, there's arguments for everything.
yeah, of course.
honestly.
Yeah.
It is subjective, of course.
I think the correct one here is swapping creation and chaos.
Yeah. I'm just making sure that we're
Yeah.
that there's no other like if we're saying Hop not changing, all right, let's make sure
Mhm.
Kaz can't change. So Kaz is not going to be chaos or creation. So yeah, we'll just switch me and Elwin then.
Kaz, the only other one for Kaz I would say is order, but it doesn't work for Hop.
Yeah. Exactly.
And Vindir, if you don't feel confident about that one, we can swap your name out with Clover because Clover
No, we know the names are
changes
right.
chaos. So like,
Yeah.
We know the names are right. We know the second parts are right. It is just a matter of switching the last parts.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go for it then. Yeah, swap
Okay.
Elwin and Vindir.
So, I'm going to type out the final result that you guys are confirming. Vindir challenges chaos.
I think that's right.
Hop embodies order. Elowin aspires to creation. Casimir represents destruction. Everybody, because this matters very greatly for your character and their continuation in an epic level campaign, do you concur?
Feels weird that one of them is Hop, but we know the person's right.
Vindir, like I said, if you want to switch with Clover, we can switch it. Because then she actively does challenge chaos. She changes results.
And as a point of clarification, there were multiple correct answers in this instance.
Yeah, it's not one answer fits only.
Correct.
So like if you don't feel confident on that one, I can throw Clover on there because I know Clover challenging chaos is a correct answer for Clover.
He dies. He dies.
If he dies, he dies. Well, that's
Jeff rolls with it better than anybody. I'm sorry. It's Jeff.
I mean,
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. My favorite part of playing D&D is making characters. So like,
hell yeah.
somebody dying. Oh, I get to make another one. Okay, let's go.
you got to bring back Ebriel. I miss Ebriel and his taxes.
Yeah. And I deliberately left out of all of this because he couldn't make it this week. Just, yeah. Just in case what you guys do. Yeah.
Jory, from a narration point of view, just in case this all goes tits up, Kaz is death warded.
Sure.
Not that it'll probably work at all, but just so you know.
Yeah, that simple, 4th level spell?
No, this was from Deck of Wonder. This is magical item. It's a permanent lasting one.
Wow, that
Yeah,
4th
I
level
know.
spell against this beyond artifact level
Still.
doesn't even
Okay.
constitute magic. Yeah. Thank you for letting me know.
I also have that cheat death feat.
All right, does anybody have Shield of Faith? Or
I have sanctuary.
Oh, sanctuary. All right, cool. Absorb
You know
elements,
what?
anyone?
I'm taking coke for this.
We go ahead and get a guidance up just in case.
Yeah.
Anyone want to do a line for this?
All right.
Yeah, can we give Hop drugs right before he...
Oh no, I'm perfectly fine. We outlawed that.
Okay,
Slap
he is-
ourselves in the face like we're about to get ready for like a heavy lift or something.
Guidance.
I'm gonna look over at Ekra and think you want to make a bet.
Someone want to say a prayer?
Oh,
Someone
sure.
cast bless.
Ekra, how many you think we got it right? I'll bet you we got it right.
I doubt it.
What do you want to bet?
My freedom.
I gave you your freedom once and you came back to me. What are you talking about?
That wasn't real freedom.
It's not a nice thing to bet. I'm not betting that.
So.
Hey, can we not bet on my death, please? Thank you.
Look at
No
it
matter
this way.
how
We're
little you
we're
whisper, I can
betting
always
on your
hear.
competence.
Yeah, you're too cynical.
So, Vindir goes over to the symbol of chaos, represented over here. You stand upon it. Clover picks up Hop and forces them to sit on the embodies order. I really shouldn't be interacting with all of this, Clover. It's not good.
Hop, we're changing things.
I know, that's bad. I'm not supposed to do this. Elowin, you step onto the creation. Well, first off, Elowin steps onto the creation of destruction. Oh yeah, here, Clover, you're down here. You're over here. And then Casimir steps onto the symbol. Sorry, Elowin steps onto creation. Casimir steps onto destruction. And as the four of you step, three of you step, and one of you is held in place, you all lock instantaneously as this surge of magic courses through each of you, and this incredible pulsation of this raw energy strikes outwards, waving across you all. As it strikes you all the first time, it feels like this searing pain, but then it cascades through your bodies in order to make you feel numb, make you feel nothing. And when you open your eyes, the magic at the gate subsides. You look in, and you see the steps before you. It isn't ground. It's not stone nor soil, not substance. It breathes beneath your feet. It thrums. It waits. Before you lies a field of threads, tangled and coiling, not woven in any tapestry you know, but frayed, torn, and twitching like nerve stripped bare. The strands pulse with ancient color, indigo, silver, green, but they are broken in places, snapped and drifting like torn soon. Some twist back into themselves. Others stretch off into impossible horizons, and some, they fade entirely, as if they were never spun at all. You see ghosts of moments trapped in the knots, a mother's cry, a sword unsheathed, a son devoured by a void. They shimmer in and out of vision, fractured fates that never fully resolved. The air hums with a raw potential, the birthright of creation itself, but it is scarred, leaking magic like a wound that never healed. This is not just the foundation of the weave.
This is the weave. This is where it bled into being, before the gods ever learned to shape it, before spells were songs and words of power. And it is broken. You feel it beneath your skin like a memory you don't own, a future that will never be, a scream that should have been. It clings to your bones, it begs for repair, but it is vast, too vast. Even gods couldn't mend this. Only mortals ever dared to try. And as you look inside of here, you can see off in the distance against all these weaves, a broken loam, twitching as if it still wishes to weave out more souls, more lives, more destinies. Unable to do so. Its entire purpose stunted. And I think this is a good stopping place for this week, everybody. Players, thank you all very much for playing. Viewers, thank you for watching. Hope you all had a fantastic time. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Yep. I'm done with the